Hello, good morning, gorgeous women on the rise. We are ready for our day 4 training in growing a profitable Facebook group. I'm super excited to be here with you. We have got tons to talk about today. So if you're watching the replay, as usual, you probably know how it works by now. Say hello, tell me how you're feeling. Just connect so that I know you're here and I know you're watching. If you're joining me live, please say good morning. I'd love to hear how you're feeling today. Give me a little emoji. That would be nice, actually. That'd be fun. Oh, you might not be on, you might be on your computer. So if you can, give me a little emoji to sum up how you're feeling this morning. Now, yesterday, and actually Tuesday as well, I said, oh, Thursday, we'll keep it a bit shorter. We won't go too big. Friday is the day we're going to absolutely rock and rumble and be amazing. But, and this so often happens, I've had so many ideas and so many things have come through me that I'm like, I've got to talk about this today. I've got to share this today. So yes, tomorrow is going to be the be all, the end all, huge, fabulous training. And I've got some super stuff to share with you tomorrow. So please, please, please do join me live tomorrow if you can. But actually, I've got some really cool stuff and important stuff to talk about today as well. So if you've made the commitment and you are here and you've made it to day 4 live, firstly, thank you. Well done. I absolutely love that because it's that passion, it's that drive, it's that hell yes that's going to get you the results that you want in your business. It's not letting yourself off the hook. It's not going, oh, I've done 3 days already. I don't need to bother doing the rest. It's those of you who are really like, oh yes, I'm doing this, because that's the attitude that it takes actually to get the results that you want. Because when it comes to growing a business, and I've mentioned this on the other days, it can be a messy ride. We have our days of fabulousness and we have our days when it feels like it's just not working and we question ourselves and think, should we? And I used to do this all the time, right? Every so often I'd hit like this block and I'd be like, maybe I should get a job. Maybe I just should forget all of this and go and get a job. And then literally the very next day I'd have like a new one-on-one client sign up, or I'd fill a program, or I'd do something and be like, oh my God, like why do I even tell myself that maybe I should give this dream up and go and get a job, because actually it's rubbish. And so what I was saying was, thank you for joining me live. Hold on, what's going on with my voice this morning? I'd love you to post an emoji that sums up how you're feeling today. We have got some awesome celebrations from Helen. Good morning, Helen. Hey, Viv. Yes, some high fives. I love the energy there. Joyce. Good morning, Joyce. We've got super smiling faces. Viv. Hello. Hannah. Hello. Who else have we got here? Who else can I see? Karen. Zarina, is that how I say it? What a gorgeous name. Cody, Rachel, we've got a high five, thank you. So yeah, pop on your little emojis to sum up how you're feeling today. I'm super excited to get started. So actually, before I get started, there's a few things I want to quickly mention. And that is some of the other things that are going to be happening in this space, because I've shared and talked about the fact that this challenge runs for 5 days. But next week, we've got some super exciting things happening in this group. So I'm going to do a live coaching call where I will answer your questions. I'll coach you on topics coming up. So that's going to happen next week. I'm going to do a Q&A session next week. I'm going to do a masterclass session next week. And have got almost a part 2 of this challenge, which is about you taking action rather than me teaching. That's going to be continuing after this. So please do not think for a moment, oh, the challenge is nearly finished. We are done. Absolutely not. We are only just getting started, because we are on a mission to rise. Are you ready to rise? Those of you who are in it, oh, I love some of these emojis. Oh, like a muscle emoji. I love that. Absolutely love them. Fabulous dancing girls. Love it. Love it. Love the energy. Love it. Okay, so what was I saying now? Yes. Are you a woman on the rise? Because at the end of the day, this is what this group is called, right? And the reason that I call it that is because I think there are 2 very different kinds of people in this world, right? There are those people who are basically sleepwalking their way through life. And you know, those people who don't really think about what they want. They don't dare to dream big. They don't really think about their desires. Maybe they have those dreams, but they squash them and they say, oh, it's just not realistic, or it would never happen to me. Or maybe they live in that world. And by the way, I used to do this. Like we'll just put money in the lottery because one day, like we'll just win the money, or somehow something magical will happen and then our lives will change. And then there's the other kind of people, the people like us, right? Give me a high five if this is you. The people who feel that drive inside of them, have that feeling of, hell yes, I want something more, have that feeling of like, wow, life is so incredible, we want to be out there experiencing it, we want to be saying yes to life. The more we say yes to life, the more life says yes to us. It's that passion and that daring to actually dream big and say, hell yes, well, why wouldn't I be able to achieve that for myself? Why wouldn't I be able to grow that dream business? Why wouldn't I be able to travel the world? Why wouldn't I be able to say yes to all the things that I desire? And I believe that all of you here, especially who've made it to day 4, are literally those women. And that to me says that you are a woman on the rise. So tell me, are you a woman on the rise? Because a woman on the rise is a woman who says yes to her dreams. She is a woman who says yes to her desires. She is a woman who says, you know what, I might have those moments of doubt. I might have those moments of disbelief. I might have my little wobbles. I might stamp my feet sometimes. That's me, by the way. But ultimately, I believe that this is possible for me, because why the hell not? And I am going out there and I am going to let it happen. I'm going to allow it to happen. I'm going to show fully so that it damn well does happen. And I'm going to enjoy all of the awesomeness on the way. Are you with me? So are you a woman on the rise? Naomi, lovely to see you. Joyce, gorgeous to see you. Hey, Rachel. Anna's like, yes. Okay, all the awesomeness. Loving all the high fives. Sometimes forget about it, but yes. Cozy, yes. Okay, awesome. Now, the last 3 days, I know I said the last 4 days, losing count, can't count anymore. The last 3 days, we've been talking about some of the strategy and some of the actions that you need to be taking to grow your Facebook group, right? We've talked about giving it a juicy name. We've talked about really connecting in with your soul clients who are in your group. We've talked about really seeing those people in your group as real people, not just numbers on a screen. And because when you tap into that energy, you realize how freaking amazing it is. You've got 100 people in your group. Oh my God, if you were stood on stage in front of 100 people, how excited would you be? Why is a Facebook Live in your group that 100 people watch any different from that, right? So really tap into actually the awesomeness of what you've already created, what you already have, and really think about, these are real people. These are real people who are watching your stuff, who are connecting with you. So instead of it being there was only 2 people who commented on my thing today, or there were only a couple of people who watched my live, or 19 people watched the live that I did last week, and it just doesn't feel enough. 19 freaking people are watching what you do and loving what you do. That's amazing, right? So we want to be flipping that energy all the time and actually being in huge gratitude for what you have already created. We talked about having a name for your group that really connects with that bigger picture and pulls people in so that they realize what it's about and the energy behind it. So it's not just like Claire's coaching corner, because that's, who cares? Who knows what Claire is? That's not interesting. It's tapping into the bigger picture, into the desires, into the results people want from being part of your group. It's about showing that in all the branding that you have within your group. So it starts with your profile picture, but it also goes down to all the posts and the pictures that you put in, like your writing style, all of these things. Let yourself shine in that group. Let your personality through. Think about the colors that reflect you. Think about the pictures that reflect you, and fill the group with that, because then people are really seeing and knowing you. And that's what it's about, right? Because there are a million different programs and products and services in the world. We all know it because we get bombarded by it all the time. Like, we see it all the time. So people are not buying that lipstick or that course or that program. People are buying you, and they are buying how you show up, and they are buying your energy. And therefore, you have to show it in your group. You have to be unapologetic about who you are and allowing yourself to be seen in all ways. So this is this will help you. So those of you, this goes for all of you who are on now. What do you already know about me, having been here for now 4 days? What do you know about me? Go. I'm going to give you a second to write this, but it's a learning thing. So I want you to think about this. What do you know about me, having been on this journey with me for 4 days now? What have you learned about me? What have I said or mentioned or given you little insights into? What do you know about the way that I show up? What have you learned about who I am as a person over these 4 days? Hi, Faye, it's lovely to see you. Davinza, lovely to see you. oh God, I have the two people syndrome. That's so funny to me. Yeah, but you celebrate them when they're real people. Arisha, do not apologize for being late, gorgeous. I'm super excited that you're here. Alana, so I'm super, I'm super enthusiastic. Absolutely, I am. I'm very talkative. Yes, absolutely, I am. Did I have cake for my breakfast? Yes, I certainly do. And that in itself says a lot about me, I think. Enthusiastic, fun, absolutely. I'm a Pisces. My birthday is March the 17th. I can't believe you remembered that, but it's the same as yours, Claire. We have the same name and the same birthday. Woo! Spooky. Viv, you are positive. You look at everything positively, open-minded, enthusiastic. Oh, lovely things, by the way. This could just be a lovely task for my ego, couldn't it? I won't be able to get out my office door. You love doing live. Yes. Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday. Hi, Barbara. Helen, positive, passionate, energetic, vibrant, inspiring. Makes you take action, being consistent. Love it. Good knowledge, very honest, committed. Yeah, reliable. Love it. Down to earth, honest, fast talking, high energy, genuine. Daminda, you've summed me up there. But I mean, obviously, I also have a dark side, right? I also have, because we all do, we all have the opposite side of us that has temper tantrums or loses a temper or whatever. So it's certainly not perfect. You've only seen the good side of me, I would certainly hope. But professional, yes, but the professional one's interesting, right? Because yes, professional in that I do what I say I'm going to do and all the rest of it, but I don't, you can put, it's so easy for ourselves to put almost, to squash ourselves by trying to be more professional. And that's something I used to do in my business, because I used to tell myself things like, oh my gosh, Claire, you're too enthusiastic, you're too fast when you speak, you wave your arms around all the time like this when you're talking and it puts people off. You never look quite polished enough when you've always got hair sticking out all over the place and who knows what else. Like, I used to have these things that I would tell myself that would stop me from showing up. Because the story I used to tell myself around that is, oh, I just don't look professional enough or polished enough, right? And so isn't it funny? I love the fact that therefore you put that, Helen, because actually professional is other ways. Like, professional is actually doing what you say you're going to do. Professional is actually knowing your bloody stuff. Professional is sharing that kind of stuff. I know you're laughing at me because of the dark side. Okay, so the point I'm trying to make is you already know so much about me because of how I've shown up, because of my energy, because of what I put out there, because I just show up being me. You actually know me really well. If I had shown up putting on a mask because I thought I should be presenting myself some other way, so maybe I thought, I need to be I needed to wash my hair this morning rather than put it in a ponytail, for example. I needed to maybe put a dress on and a bit, maybe I needed better lighting. It's actually really dark in here today. Maybe I needed to talk more slowly and have my points, or maybe I needed to do it as a PowerPoint presentation, or, all those kind of things we can tell ourselves. It would actually block you from knowing who I am, because those things are not me. I am quite a messy, very enthusiastic. I love things to be fun. Like, one of my big things is the more fun we have in our business, the bigger and faster it grows. Because when we're enjoying doing something, we do it so much more. We want to be there. We want to be showing up. I love doing these lives. I love running these challenges because I feel so connected to you. But also, because I love them, I'm going to show up fully. I'm going to love it. It gets a bit tiring, I'll be honest. It's like full on sometimes. But and yesterday after the live, I was just absolutely worn out. I was like, however, it lights me up. And so doing the things that feel great for you in your business and that feel fun for you in your business are going to help you grow your business. And the more that you allow yourself to be within your business, so on your live, on your video, on your posts, reflected in your pictures, all of that kind of thing, the more people are going to understand you, and therefore the more connected they're going to feel, and it just makes that whole journey easier. And when they say yes, because they go, yes, this is the person I want to help me on my journey, this is the person I want to invest in her program or her offer, because I actually trust that she's going to support me in a way that I really enjoy being supported, that she knows the stuff, like whatever it is that you offer. That's key, right? What you don't want, and this is something that happens from those big experts sometimes, is that people think that they're going to get a certain thing because they're all polished and all lit, and then when they actually dive into something, it's not what it seems. And that's when people ask for refunds and all kinds of things. It's a horrible place to be. The more you are in your business, you won't get any of that, because people know 100% what they're investing in. And it makes it just super easy for yourself. Alice, lovely to see you. You made it to a live video. Woo-hoo! Awesome. Well done. Well done. So the point is that I want to make right now is, how can you allow yourself to be even more you in your groups and actually across all social media? How can you just give yourself permission to be fully you? But there is a little catch to this, right? There is a little catch, because we all have lots of different parts of our identities, right? We have all these different parts of us. We all play lots of different roles. So I'm mummy, I'm wife, I'm Claire the friend, I'm this and that, and all these different things. I'm Claire the performer, because sometimes, you know, I love to perform, I love to put on a show. I used to be a performing arts teacher, so like there's that bit of me. But I'm also Claire the introvert. You might not believe it when you see me on these lives, but I need my downtime, I need my quiet time, I need my space. It's really important for me. I'm Claire the reflector. I like to sit and have quiet and peace and all those kind of things, right? So we all have different parts to our personality, and it's about bringing forth the parts that are really going to help us grow our business the most, and show that and be visible with that. So for example, a part of my identity is Claire the introvert. Claire the introvert definitely exists. People who know me all the time know that I get to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm done, I need to go hide now. Like, I don't really like parties because it's all just a bit too much for me. I'm the kind of person who goes and hides in the toilet and checks the phone or whatever, because she's like, oh, I can't cope with this party anymore, which is very sad. However, if I showed up as Claire the introvert in my business, when it comes to doing live streams and challenges and all of that kind of thing, would I grow my business? Hell no, because actually I wouldn't be here. I'd be in the toilet hiding on my phone. Do you get what I mean? Do you understand what I mean? So I want you to think about the different parts of your personality that you have, and which parts, when you step into those fully, are going to support you most in the growth of your business. Because people buy people who are like themselves, firstly, but also people who are like themselves this step further, because we want to actually connect with someone who's at that next level. So by being with them, they're going to grow us. So for example, if you were currently making 5K a month in your business, and I ran this challenge, and I told you in this challenge I was earning like 2K a month in my business, would you want to work with me? Probably not. Even though my energy might be great, you might love my lives, I might have a ton of knowledge to share, you would probably say, hang on a minute, I'm already earning more money than she is. Why would I invest in her coaching? Because I want to go the next step. Actually, you want to invest in someone, and this is it, right? So, and this is partly why you position yourself the way that you do in your businesses. So it's because I can make 20K plus a month that I will attract in people who want to make 5K, 10K, 15K, 20K in their own businesses each month. Does that make sense? So it's about showing up as yourself, but also as that next level version of you, and allowing people to see all of your awesomeness and bringing the parts of your personality into play that's going to support you. I actually recently read an awesome book, Todd Herman. I don't know if you've heard of Todd Herman or not. It's called the alter ego or the alter ego effect, and he talks about our alter egos, right? So he talks about how lots of big football players, even Beyonce, so we all know Beyonce. You've all gone quiet, you're not talking to me. Talk to me in the comments. You can probably think of people. So even Beyonce, for example, had an alter ego when she got on stage, because she really struggled to be the sexy version of herself on stage, because she had ideas about what it meant to be too provocative and things. And so she stepped into this alter ego. But here's the thing about alter egos. Alter egos are not something that we're pretending to be. They're actually parts of our identity currently that's just buried a little bit inside of ourselves. So when you think about all the different versions of you and all the different parts of your personality, it's not about you faking it. It's not about you pretending to be someone that you're not. It's about digging inside and going, hang on a minute, I am this person. How about I bring this to the table in my group, in my live, in my training? Because that's what people are going to connect with. Give me some feedback. Am I making sense? And what questions have I got about this? Just listening to all this good stuff, Arita. Awesome. Alana, that's so true. You did drama at college. Awesome. Sabine, hello. Annabella, hello. Cody, I've got to head off there, but you'll catch me later. Okay, awesome. So Is this making sense? And as you think about this, what I want you to tell me in the comments is, what are the parts of you that you know you could step into a bit more when it comes to doing live streams in your group, posting in your groups, creating that engagement in your group, showing up with your potential clients, growing your business, whether it's online or offline? What are those parts of your identity that you know you could step into more, that you know you could own a little bit more? This group a little while ago, 6 months or so ago, used to be called Own It, because it's all about owning it. What are those parts of yourself that it's time to own, to really step up as that woman on the rise who's like, hell yes, of course I make consistent 10K months in my business. Hell yes, of course I make 20K months in my business. Yes, I am building an empire. I'm making a difference. I am being a change maker. What are all those parts of yourself that you really need to own and embrace to allow yourself to leap to the next level? And it could be, it's probably in your business, but it might be in other areas of your life as well. So Alana, confidence in my knowledge in your niche. Okay, awesome. Ruth, lovely to see you. Barbara, you get really nervous when you talk about yourself. So is there a part of you that doesn't feel nervous? Like, what part of you, think about in other scenarios in your life, for example, when do you feel really confident? What situations do you feel confident, and how can you translate that to that? So I remember it was when I was doing my NLP training, like 10 years ago or however, God, that makes me feel old. However long ago that was. And they were talking about, you know, people talk about having confidence or not having confidence, but actually we all have confidence. What they mean is they don't feel confident in certain situations. So for example, we all feel confident when we brush our teeth, right? Because we do it all the time. The truth is, confidence comes with taking action again and again and again. And confidence actually means that the action that we're taking is now in our comfort zone. So we feel confident when we're taking action in our comfort zone. So if you currently want to feel more confident, it's about doing it more, because that's how the confidence grows. If you think back to when you're like 2 years old, and lots of you probably have children, and you have to learn how to brush your teeth, how hard is it to brush your teeth the first time? How hard is it to try and like actually get the toothbrush in the right places? It like goes all around your mouth. It's a total mess. Don't feel confident at all. But the confidence grows the more that you do it. It's exactly the same as that. I feel I use an alter ego with my work. Interesting, Helen. Does it help you? And when you say with your work, are you talking about like a daytime job or your business? I would love to hear that. You're confident in your work, just not in your ability to sell yourself. Okay, so how do you connect those two? Anna, my sexy and fun part. Arisha, I have a question about when you don't feel like the vibrant, sassy, intelligent self. I've been sick for a while now and I'm not feeling fab all the time. Okay, interesting, because that happens to us all, right? We all have our times when we do not feel sassy and intelligent and vibrant. So I've got a couple of things around this. I think number one, it's about going, it's okay not to feel fabulous today. I give myself permission to feel a bit shit because maybe I'm not feeling very well. Maybe I've had a bug. Maybe I've worked my arse off and I'm a bit burnt out. Maybe there's things going on in my life that mean that I'm just like, feel like I've got a lot happening. We all feel like that at times. It means, God damn it, we're human, right? So the first thing is, you know what, it's okay. We don't have to be positive and vibrant and amazing all the time. Definitely not. That's the first thing. Give yourself permission to be like, hell, it's okay not to be amazing all the time. I think that's really important. Second thing is, well, what do you feel good enough to do? So if it's more of a mindset thing, I mean, this is why I love journaling, right? Because journaling for me is one of the things that always shifts me. I use my own journaling practice. I journal every single day. Sometimes it's just really short. It's like a 2-minute thing. Other days it's longer. But I use journaling all the time as my go-to thing to shift me into the right energy. So if I used to suffer massively from anxiety, massively, and I'd wake up in the middle of the night feeling really anxious. I'd actually feel sick sometimes. I'd be so anxious, like my stomach would churn. I'd just be like, oh, full of that anxiety. I'd feel it through my whole body. And I specifically used to feel it when I woke up first thing in the morning. It would always be at its worst. That's when, like, when you woke up and I was in bed, it would be like going through my body. And occasionally, it doesn't happen very often now at all, but occasionally it creeps back in a bit like an old shadow. And occasionally I'll wake up in the morning and I'll feel that anxiety still in my body. I'm like, whoa, what's going on here? Journaling is one, like, my go-to thing, because that shifts me so quickly. I can actually do it before that now because I've practiced it and done it so much. Like, I do this all the time. But it really means that you can shift those feelings and move into a better space much more quickly. So journaling or having a go-to practice that helps you shift into a better place is good. The second thing is you can still show up when you don't feel vibrant or sassy or whatever it was, or whatever it might be. There's been days, if you looked back on some of the old videos, because I'm very honest, there's been some days where I've like gone live and I'm like, not feeling it today, not feeling the flow. I'm actually just in a really bad mood, or I'm just not feeling very well, or this is happening or that. Like, it's okay. But what I personally find is that by getting on and doing a live or taking whatever action it is, I actually start feeling a lot better. It gets me back into the flow. I find that when I'm showing up, when I'm taking action, when I'm being visible, when I'm doing the things that I know my higher self wants me to do, like that, you know, that best kind of version of me, when I'm taking action on those things, I automatically start feeling better anyway. So first, it's about just acknowledgement. It's okay not to be amazing and feel fabulous all the time. And secondly, you know what? I'm going to do the work anyway, because I believe that most of the time it shifts me into that place and I start feeling a hell of a lot better. The third thing I would put is just making sure that I give myself enough time to fill up my own cup. Am I practicing self-care? Am I listening? I call them soul desires. So what are my soul desires right now? And am I saying yes to them? So for example, this challenge this week, and if any of you decide to run a challenge, challenges can take quite a lot of energy, right? Because it's this as well as emails out, as well as seeing all my usual clients and doing all the other things in my business. So it can feel like a busy week. So yesterday afternoon, I was feeling just really tired. I was like, okay. So I ran the bath at like 2:30. I decided to have a hot bubble bath at 2:30. I had a bit of time out on the sofa after I picked my children up from school and relaxed. And then I've booked a massage for this afternoon. So I'm still tapping into my soul desires and soul needs in terms of I'm going, okay, so I get that I'm busy. I'm going to make sure that I'm looking after myself as I'm doing all these things, so I can keep showing up the best way that I can. I hope that answers the question. Karen, sorry you're late. Do not be sorry. It's lovely to see you. Laura, hey Laura. Jessica, confident, funny. Absolutely love it. Alice asked if you did. Well, yes, but here's the thing, right? This is interesting. So I'm glad that you mentioned this, Alice. Sometimes, like, alcohol is that thing that allows us to sometimes be more of ourselves, because we're brought up in society kind of holding back a little bit, being good, like, you know, that there's that like holding backness, that behaving. I need to behave. And what happens is when people have a drink, not tons of drinks, but a little bit of drink, one or two, it takes that pressure off, and it's like suddenly, I'm just going to be myself. So actually, it might be, Alice, that the true version of you comes out when you've had a few gins, and that you're funny and you're a bit crazy and a bit whatever it might be. But maybe that's the real you, and it's about allowing that out all of the time, whenever you want it, so that you can grow your business, so that you can get the results. Are you all with me? Am I making sense? Tell me, have you got any questions about this? Is there anything that I'm not being clear on, or you don't understand? Pop them in the comments. Viv, you have anxiety. You find it quite hard to feel confident, but I stand by nails. Yes, awesome, Viv. Hey Laura, I'm a loud, confident person, but I'm shy and quiet in front of new people. Joyce, I am exactly the same. I find it, I'm one of those people who I'll have a couple of deep friendships, but I'm not the kind of person who talks to everyone at a party. I'm definitely introverted. That sounds weird. Sounds like I'm talking about people or something. Okay, bear with me. Random sidetrack there. That's okay. So it's like, okay, well, I get that I'm all these things. I'm all of these things. And if I can be loud and confident in one situation, what are the beliefs that I've got around new people that are making me hold back? Is it because I'm worried about how I come across? Is that because I'm worried about being too loud or being too confident? Is it worried that they're going to think that I'm too much or whatever? Just dig into those beliefs a little bit and see, and this goes for all of you, right? If you're struggling to do something or to show up in a certain way, what are the beliefs that are actually holding you back from being that part of yourself? Because if you've got that thought inside of you, like, oh, sometimes I'm this, or I want to be more this, it means it's already there inside of you. It's already available to you. The reason that it's not coming out is because there's this block there. So you're like bumping against this block, and this block is the beliefs and the fears of, well, if I show up in this way, if I do this, if I say this, if people see me doing this, what will they think? Because at the end of the day, we all want to fit in. Like, it's wired into us, right? From our cave days, we didn't want to be outside of the community, because if you were outside of the community, if you were an outcast, you would die. So we are literally hardwired in to wanting to be accepted. And so it's just recognizing, oh hell, this behavior that I'm showing up and doing right now is just part of this old wiring about wanting to be accepted, and it's not relevant anymore, because hell, the world is so big now, we can all be exactly who we are, and there is a huge community there waiting for us, especially now that so many people are online with us, and we can always connect to people who are like us. So we don't need to worry about that. So it's just acknowledging it and going, okay, pop it to the side. Arisha, also, a group is not active at all, so speaking to nobody gets me a little worried. I speak to myself all the time. How many of you talk to yourself all the time? You know what? It can feel like that. It can feel like you're speaking to no one. And this is why lots of people stop, because they'll do some lives, they'll post some posts, they'll go, oh my God, nobody's even listening. And so they give up. How many times have you, I bet all of you have seen that picture of like the people digging for gold in the mine and then giving up and then being like an inch away. I mean, we hear it all the time, right? But you don't know how close you are to gold. You don't know how close you are to people actually being there and listening. And also you don't know how many people are watching on the sidelines, because there are people in groups who show up, they're active, they post their things, they share, you can see them, you know they're there. But there are also always people who are invisible. I call them lurkers. And that's, I'm not saying that in a nasty way, because I'm a lurker in lots of groups. I quite often, if I'm watching trainings or doing things, I watch it on the go. I'm doing it when I'm cooking, when I'm cleaning the house, when I'm driving. And so I can't write comments in if I'm watching it doing those other things. So as far as the person who's running the training is concerned, I probably don't exist. They've probably never seen me, right? Doesn't mean that I'm not there. And so trust that maybe people aren't actually connecting with you yet, but there are probably people watching. So do not give up. Keep on going. You don't know how far you are from gold. And if you're doing all the other things that we've talked about this week, in terms of you're talking about your group outside of it, you're giving people a reason to join. So you've got that freebie. You're saying, hey, I've got this training that's happening, or I've got this, whatever it might be happening in the group next week, or this week or whatever. You're making sure that constantly you're bringing people in the group, because, hang on, that's not helpful, phone ringing. So I don't know if you could hear that. If you're constantly doing things to bring people into the group and you're constantly showing up there yourself, you will start getting engagement. You can't not. You will start getting engagement. And a bit like I was talking about yesterday in terms of it's a jigsaw puzzle. So first step is you need to make sure that all the pieces are there to be able to complete the jigsaw. And those pieces are the things like, are you talking about the group? Have you got it set up properly? Is it interesting? Do people want it? Have you got like a title and a thing that draws people in? Have you got that freebie? Have you got reasons for people to join? Are you showing up there? Are you creating engagement in there? Are you building it and really seeing it as a community in there? If you're doing all of those things, then you've got all the jigsaw pieces. The next step is putting together those jigsaw pieces, right? And sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes it needs a hand holding to help you actually do that, because it's not always as simple as just doing X, Y, and Z. And actually, that was one of the things that I struggled with when I was first starting to take my business online in the UK. So I set up as a coach and trained as a coach about 11 years ago now, when I was living in New Zealand. So I trained as a coach, did NLP training. I worked at a coaching school. I had my own clients. I had a brilliant business that was working really well. And then we made the decision to move back to the UK. And when I moved back to the UK, I was like, you know what? In New Zealand, it had been an in-person business. I was like, I'm going to take my business online. If we move again in the future, I want my business to be able to move with me. And I thought it was going to be really easy, right? I was like, this is easy. I know how to grow a business. I'm a good coach. I'm just, give it a couple of months. I'm going to have paying clients, earning the money we need, ticking all the boxes. Like, it's fine. I can do this. And it was not the case. How many of you, tell me this for a moment, there's loads of other comments that I will read through. Tell me this for a moment. How many of you started your business thinking, oh, maybe it'll take me 2 or 3 months to get started, but then I'll be there, then I'll be making X amount or this amount, and it wasn't quite as easy as you thought it was going to be. Tell me if that was you. Was setting up your business and earning the money that you want, maybe you're not even there yet, maybe you're on the way there, was it as easy as you thought it was going to be? Hi, Bev, do not worry about being late. And so I worked at it. I know I've forgotten what was the point of the story. Oh, the jigsaw pieces. And I worked at it and I worked at it and I worked at it. And I did all the things. I've always been a hard worker. I'm not scared of hard work. I will do the work, right? So I was like, well, surely if I just put the work in, this business is going to grow. But it wasn't. And I invested in a couple of programs. So I invested in, programs about how to use Facebook ads. I invested in programs about how to build funnels. I invested in programs about how to sell. And I did all the things that it was telling me to do. I was like, but I'm doing this and I'm doing this, I'm doing this. And my business grew a little bit, but it was still a long way from the earning the amount of money that it needed to be earning. And I was like, why is this not working? I felt like I've got this jigsaw here. I've got all these pieces. Why are they not coming together and giving me the results that I need? And I was getting so frustrated. It was so annoying because I was like, I'm a damn good coach. Why could I not find the clients that actually feel my coaching practice? Because I know that I can help people. And I was in that space and I was really stuck and it was bloody frustrating as hell. Tell me if you've been in that place in your business where you're just frustrated because you're like, you know what, I've got a brilliant business, or I'm a brilliant coach, or I'm a brilliant artist, or I'm a brilliant musician, or I'm brilliant at network marketing or whatever it might be. So where are the people? Where are the people? And it took me a while to realize it, but actually the magic was actually putting that jigsaw together. And for me, that was, and it doesn't just happen, it doesn't just happen overnight, it takes work, right? But for me, I realized my missing piece was how I was showing up. I was showing up in the energy of someone who was struggling in their business. I wasn't showing up like, oh, poor me. What I mean was I just wasn't showing up fully. I wasn't showing up as a full version of me. I wasn't being unapologetic. I wasn't really being expansive. I just wasn't in the right energy. I wasn't doing the mindset work myself. And that was huge, right? And it was only when I got my coach, so it was after those phones, it was only when I got my first coach that it was reflected to me and I saw actually, hell, this is how I start bringing these jigsaw pieces together. And so it can sometimes be that you think, well, I'm doing all the things, but I'm not getting the results. And it's about, well, take a look inside of you. I mean, this is why we have coaches, like this is why we have coaches. This is why we have programs, which is why we have masterminds, because actually we all need support in achieving our goals. It doesn't just happen overnight and it's not really easy. Otherwise, everyone would be doing it. And that's good because we are the people who are committed to building these businesses. We see that vision. We have that dream. We're like, hell yes, we are doing it, because that's what will get us there. So don't give up, even though you think that was a long answer to a short question. Do not give up. You don't know how close you are. You keep showing up fully. You keep taking all the steps. You keep inviting people in and giving a reason. Keep tweaking it. Keep improving those things, and you will get the results that you want. You love the energy in here in this group. Thank you, Anna. You have to go. That's okay. No worries. It was crazy. What did they say? Jessica. Mine was crazy one day. I was amazed how busy I was. I built the launch up a few weeks before. Okay, cool. Just started out and it's definitely not easy. Okay, me, a lot more work than I ever imagined. Yes, that's true. Yep. I have repeat clients, but they only come back when they have run out of stock. It's constantly finding new clients. Okay. So generally not as easy as you imagine it to be. And this is why not everyone has their own business. So yes, it's recognizing, like pulling this all back in and getting back on track. It's going, this is who I am. I am committed to this long term. So even if I don't get the results tomorrow or next week, I'm damn well not giving up, because I am in for this long term. I know I am going in this direction. And also recognizing how far you've come, because that's one of the things that we forget to do. And that's what my post was about yesterday on my business page, actually, because I was in the energy a bit of, oh, I need to do more and I need to get big results. And why haven't I hit that? In my own business, I'm working towards a 50K month. That's like my next goal. I was like, why am I not there yet? Why haven't things? And I was putting pressure on myself, and I stopped and I was like, hell, just stop and realize what you have achieved in this last 12 months, which has been huge in my business. There's been massive growth. I was like, wow, just stop and be in appreciation for that, be in gratitude for all that you've already achieved in your business till now, and be in that energy as you continue to grow. And then the other thing I wanted to tap into just for a moment, because I thought, I don't know how clear, what are the actual results that you've decided you want to get from your Facebook group? So how many of you, give me this in terms of if you've done this, so true, Claire, thank you, Claire. I want to know how many of you have set yourself a definitive goal for what you want to achieve with your Facebook group in the next, say, whether it's 4 weeks or 6 weeks or, kind of short-termish. How many of you have set yourself a specific goal? How many of you said, okay, I want to bring I'm going to put this freebie out. I'm going to share my group in all these places every single day. This is like my daily work that I'm going to do around this. I'm going to bring X number of people into the group. I'm going to sell this product or this program or this whatever it might be, and I'm going to earn X amount of money by the end of this 4 weeks or 6 weeks because of it. How many of you have actually sat down and planned out the specific results that you want to get from this? Because yes, it's about growing an engaged group, but it's also about building your business, and it's also about bringing in those clients who are going to pay. So it's also about like, what's the money that you're earning? Because if you're not earning money in your business, it's not a business. And we do need to remember that it can be a heart-centered business. 100%. I am all for heart-centered businesses. That's what we need more of in this world. And that means you also still get to make amazing money doing what you love and helping people on the way. You have a goal for this year. That's awesome, Marisha. So how many, because you've gone very quiet, I'm like, come on, who's got goals? How many of you set like shorter term goal around, and when I say shorter term, I'm talking probably like 4 to 6 weeks, around what you want to achieve in your group and in your business in terms of how many sales or how many clients or whatever it might be. If you haven't, I want you to do this now. I want you to decide. Suzanne, not yet, has not launched it, but interested to know what a realistic number is. Well, that's a really good question, Suzanne. The realistic number is what you believe you can do, right? Because our only limitations when it comes to growing our businesses is our belief. If we believe it's going to be really hard work, people aren't going to show up, people aren't going to be interested, we're going to have to put in a hell of a lot of effort, then that's how it's going to be for us. If we believe that we're going to step up, we're going to play for like we are going to be the woman on the rise, we're going to put it all in, we are going for goals, then it can be really, really fast, right? It's all down to your beliefs and the action that you take because of those beliefs. So, for example, this challenge I've had, there's been about 400 of you join this group for this challenge, and you did that in 5 days, 5 to 6 days, by the way. So it can happen quickly, and any number is realistic. So, you know, I've seen people who have brought people in for challenges and for things in their group, 1,000 people, 2,000 people, who have created a brand new group, and it's been like 3,000 people in there for a training or something that's happening. So the truth is, it's all about how big a game are you willing to play? How full out are you doing this? How ready are you to be like, this is what it is, and I'm doing all the things to make this happen? Because usually the thing that stops us is our ego and is our limiting beliefs, because it pulls us down, it makes us play small. It means, oh, I'll just do this, I'll just set this goal, I'll just do this, and I'll be glad, oh, and I won't do that, and I won't. Like, it makes us play small, it makes us hold back, it makes us doubt ourselves, and when we doubt ourselves, then we don't get the bigger results, right? And that's what this space is all about. That's what I'm passionate about. It's about you being a woman on the rise, you choosing that how I am playing full out with this. These are the results that I want. And actually, it's a non-negotiable, because I am so committed and I so believe that I am ready for this. And the world is ready for this. And actually, my soul clients who are out there waiting for me need me to step up and be ready for this. So it's about creating all of these really empowering beliefs so that you are the woman on the rise, so that you do build a fabulous group, so that it does happen quickly. So the actual question is, well, what feels good for you? What numbers feel good for you? How many, when you think about starting that group and growing that group in the first month, what would feel like an awesome amount of people to have in there? What lights you up? What feels expansive? And when you think about, well, and how does that then equate to, well, okay, I want these people in the group, and this is what I'm offering, and these are the sales that I want, or these are the clients that I want. Say, on your list of things to do. Hi, Lucy. Bev, I have a target to double my group size in the next 6 months. Oh God, what's just happened? Stay on page. Hang on. Nearly left the live stream by mistake then. Bev, you have a target to double your group size in the next 6 months, and also to help 25 people to join your membership program by the end of April. Awesome. Nice play goal. I love it, Bev. Does it feel expansive for you? Jessica, my goal is to get a website up and running and get my business out there more. Okay, awesome. That's brilliant. One thing I want you all to know, because this is what you could be doing in this. Sometimes we put a block in our way to getting the results that we want. I just need to do this, and then I can do this. So for example, sometimes a website is exactly the right thing to do, by the way. So I'm not saying, oh, don't go do your website. I'm not saying that for a moment, but sometimes we tell ourselves the story of, I need a website in place before I can actually sell and bring in clients. Not true. It's actually not finished at all. It's a total mess still, the website that I've been working on. So I've just started putting a new website together. I've made it go live, but it's not finished by a long way. And I don't, and you know, you don't need that. You don't need that to have 20k months or 30k months. So don't allow, and different people tell different stories, but because it might be, oh, I need this, and then I can do this. I need a website, and then I need to get my business out there more. No, you need to get your business out there more while you're building your website. Okay, you can be growing your group, you can be doing live, you can be giving value, you can be getting people on calls, or whatever it is that you do in your business, but you don't need to wait for something else to happen before you can do the other thing. It's the opposite way around. Don't fall into that rut that lots of people do fall into. Helen, my business goal is to turn over 1 million in sales in 2019. Okay, so get really specific about that. What does that actually mean? What does that in terms of you connecting with people and people being in your space and you growing like your tribe around this? Because that's what it's about. When it comes to growing our business, we're actually growing a tribe, we're growing a community where we build that know, like, and trust. And because then people are ready to work from us or buy our things or say yes to whatever it is that we've got. Not launched yet. Would it be important to have lots of content on the page first? Absolutely not. Before inviting people. No, just start inviting people now. Again, that's another thing. I need content on there. No, you don't. Just start inviting people. Start putting things on. It doesn't need to be, oh, it has to be this or this or this. Just go write something. Just pop a bit of content on now. Just say, okay, today I'm going to go on live. I'm going to do a 10-minute live, and I'm going to invite people in. It doesn't need to be perfect. Done is better than perfect, remember. Suzanne, oh, I see. I thought you meant numbers on a group. Well, numbers on a group is the first thing sometimes. So if you're using your group as a vehicle to sell, then numbers in the group and engagement in the group is going to have an impact on then how much you sell, if that makes sense. Your goal is to earn 3k a month from one main Facebook ad client. Awesome. And by workshops by the end of April, then I want to be on 5k by July. Awesome. Fabulous, Suzanne. Really, really good goal. Does that feel expansive? Does it light you up? Does it feel amazing? And I guess the question is that intrigues me about this for you is how is your Facebook group a vehicle to help you to do this? Because, and this is something I'm going to share a bit about tomorrow, so I don't want to go into it too much today, because remember, tomorrow is our big finale training. It's going to be awesome. What I want you to think about is there are certain elements when it comes to growing our business. Facebook groups are just one tool that goes alongside those elements. It's just one thing that we can use to help us get those results that we want. And actually, there's a bigger thing at play here. So yes, I love Facebook groups. I love challenges. It's one of the ways that I have always grown my business, and I'm passionate about it, and I love it. And I love the connection, and I love the community. I love the giving back. I'm actually helping people whether or not they decide to sign up for programs with me. All of that feels in total alignment. It fills me up. It feels fabulous. And underneath that, we have elements that we need to have in place to make our business successful and to create that growth. So it's about, how am I engaging and growing an audience? How am I showing up and selling? How am I embodying being the woman who? It's about all of these elements and how they come together. It's about what I'm actually offering and how I'm offering it and how I'm packaging it and how I'm pricing it. It's about doing that from a place of absolute alignment. All of these things are part of that bigger picture, and they fit into how you grow your group as well, because they are absolutely aligned and linked to the name of your group, what your group's about, what you offer in your group, your freebie that you bring people into, the program that you sell, or the offer or the product that you sell, so that you're taking people on the next step of the journey. Can you see there's the bigger picture at play? So, for example, Suzanne, and I know you will get that, Suzanne, because of the kind of business that you've got. So I guess the question is, how are you going to use your Facebook group as a vehicle to help you achieve those goals? Karen, sorry, you got dropped off. What you said, goal is to have 200 in the group within March and 10 new travel quote requests. That's hard to get your tongue around. That sounds awesome. That's really, really good. I love it. Perfect. Barbara, your goal is to make 1,500 until September. You can go. So, Barbara, is it 1,500 between now and September, or is it 1,500 a month until September? And if it's 1,500 from now to September, you can go for bigger than that. I'm sure you can. Say, we just need to start from where you're at. Absolutely. And be unapologetic about, yes, I'm going to create this. Okay. We've gone long again, everybody. I'm sorry. The final thing I wanted to talk about, but actually I might leave this until tomorrow, we might fit it in tomorrow, is money mindset, right? Because our money mindset plays a huge role in how we sell, how we offer our programs, how we price our programs, how we show up and actually sell. Our money mindset is totally linked to it, right? And one of the biggest things I see in people all the time, incredible women with incredible gifts offering fabulous things to the world, is that because of blocks in their money mindset, they hold themselves back. They don't sell unapologetically. They put their prices down. They say, oh, well, they'll be all apologetic about what they're offering. They'll worry about being too salesy or all kinds of things. But actually, what they're selling is something freaking amazing. Money mindset is huge. So I'm not going to go into the whole story of money mindset today. All I want to say is I want you to think about your money mindset and maybe tell me on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being my money mindset is golden. I am open to receiving. I love money. Money loves me. I feel fabulous about charging money for my programs. I feel fab about all of that. If you're that, you're a 10. Tell me. 1 is no, my money mindset is terrible. It's a mess. I've got blocks around it. I've got limiting beliefs around what I do with money and how I act with money and worth. Blah, blah, blah. Tell me where you're at the moment on that scale of 1 to 10 with your money mindset. I'm going to wait for you to put it in. I'm waiting. We're not carrying on until you put it in. We are not continuing until I know where your money mindset is at. As soon as 1 comes in, then I'll go. Come on, someone tell me. Are you all scared to share? You know I can, but we'll be really happy to see it. Okay, cool, Barbara. Okay, we've got some coming in. So we've got 4, 9. What else have we got? What else have we got? Money mindset is huge. And if you've currently got those beliefs, it's a little bit like this. The way that I think about it is money consciousness is this beautiful stream that runs through us. It's a beautiful cascade. It runs, it's full of life, it's full of energy, it's abundant, it's beautiful. And this stream runs through us all of the time, and it runs through all of us. However, what happens is as we grow up, as we go through life, these little boulders and stones and things can congregate in our stream, blocking it up. And all of these little boulders and all these stones create almost a dam. And what happens is this dam drives up this beautiful flow of money consciousness coming into and out of our lives. And these boulders and these stones and this muck and this big congregation, this block that is created, stops the flow of money. It means that making money becomes hard. It means that we have fears around money. It means that we're quite often going to go into scarcity around the money coming to us. It means that we question our self-worth. Do we deserve to be earning this money? Can I charge this money? Will people buy from me? Will people say yes? Can people afford this? It brings up all these kind of beliefs around selling in our businesses, around our ability to receive money, and also around what we do with that money once we've received it, right? Because one of the things that will happen is if you've got money blocks, maybe you make a lot of money in your business. Maybe you have a 5K month or a 10K month or something. It's like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then suddenly it's gone. And it's like, where the heck did all that money go? Where did it go? And what happens is that because of these blocks, money drains and it disappears because we don't have that healthy, beautiful, abundant flow flowing through us all the time. So money mindset is huge when it comes to us growing our business, when it comes to us actually receiving that money with ease. The other thing that happens is, well, one, it might just block the money coming in at all, right? So it feels like, oh my gosh, I've got no money. And when you've got no money, you can slip into that place of, I can't afford it. I can't afford this. I can't afford that. And when you're in the I can't afford it mode, you're in the victim mode, and nothing good comes in the victim mode. We know when we're in victim mentality because it feels like, oh, this is happening to me. I don't have control of it. I can't change it. So when we're like, I've got no money, I can't afford it. It's like, I've got no money like happening. I can't do anything about it. It takes away our power. It disempowers us. Sorry, as I choke, let me have a drink of my coffee. So, and money mindset is really important because we need to be feeling abundant about money. We do need to feel good enough to invest money. We do need it, we shouldn't be feeling like, oh my God, I can't invest in this program or that because I've got no money. When we're in that mindset, we just go round and round and round and round. So our money mindset is really, really important. I'm going to talk a little bit about money mindset tomorrow, but I just want you for now to tap into your money mindset. If you were to sit down, this will be, some of you have got a little bit of time after this training, sit down and just think for a moment, what are the blocks? What are the limiting beliefs? What are some of the stories that you tell yourself about money, about how you receive money, about the money that you've got in your life, about maybe the bills that come up, about people paying you, about people paying your worth, about people saying yes and paying for your programs, all of those kind of things. Do a little bit of a list for yourself around, these are my fears around money. These are my money mindset blocks. These are the things that hold me back about money. Like, have a little look at it. Because actually awareness is the first step to change, right? We need to understand that those blocks are there. We need to understand that we've got all this stuff, all this crap, basically, blocking our stream of consciousness, blocking ourselves from receiving the money that we deserve and desire into our lives. So taking a moment to go, okay, so what are these things? You've had some money mindset training too. Awesome. So what are these things that are coming in and blocking me? I've actually got a brilliant money mindset program that I sell. It's a low cost program. It's a self-study at home one. If you'd like to do something, it's super accessible. If you're interested in that, like, message me now and I can just quickly link you up with that link, and you can go and dive into it, because it's brilliant. It's fabulous. It totally shifts your money, totally shifts your money mindset. So if you are interested, come and have a chat with me, message me, and I can get that program to you because it's awesome. It's jam-packed with value. It will absolutely start shifting your money mindset. We are going to talk more about it tomorrow as well, though. So yeah, check in. Where is your money mindset currently at? Is that one of the big blocks that's stopping you from moving forward in your business, stopping you from growing your business because you've got things going on around receiving money, about keeping money, about earning money, about making money, and all those other things? Check in. What have we got? You used to do that, Alice. Chloe's replied to Alice. You're having a little chat. I will leave that to it. Suzanne, yes, you've been in lack. Okay, Barbara, that's true. I always think that just because I'm at home at the moment, hoping for big changes when I get back to work. Okay, interesting. It's that whole, whatever you want, allowing it now. Whatever things you're telling yourself that you need X before Y or Y before X, just notice it's a story. All the things you want are available to you now. That's why they're already within your awareness. Okay, I feel like I charge less to get sales, but no, I should charge more. Exactly. But if I charge more, I feel like I'll get less sales. Yes, and that's the money mindset block. That's a perfect example of something that's absolutely stopping you from making the money you absolutely 100% deserve. So have a look at those money mindset blocks tonight. We will do more about it tomorrow. Message me if you are interested in that little program. It's 5 trainings, it's like 6 hours of money mindset training. You can work through at your own pace. It's super, I'm selling it at the moment for like £29. Is it £29? Yeah, I think I put a special offer on that was up the other day for £29. So it's super affordable and could be a really easy way for you to start shifting your money mindset. And tomorrow we'll talk about it a little bit more as well. Has anyone got any questions for me for today? Have you got any questions about setting up your group, about how you share it, about how you create more engagement? Did you download your questions for engagement yesterday from the email that came out? Have you got any questions about mindset blocks, about how you're showing up, about why you might not get the results that you want to be getting? Now's the time to ask any questions that are coming up for you. Share them. What have you got for me? Joyce, I feel like, oh yeah, I've just said that. I'm reading things again. Have you got any questions? We need to wrap it up for today. Tomorrow is the finale. Make sure, oh my gosh, I haven't given you a task for today. Oh. Here's your task. We'll come up with it on the fly. But actually, this is important. I want you to share in the group, what's the biggest limiting belief you have about getting the results you want in your business? What is the biggest limiting belief you have? I'm going to type this in. What is the biggest limiting belief? Can I spell and talk at the same time? Belief you have about getting the results you want in your business. Share for today's action, and remember, that's not how you spell remember, to use the hashtag. There's a load of spelling mistakes in there. Oh, it's not letting me change it. Okay. No, I don't want to view 5 comments. I just want to post my comment. Thank you, Facebook. No. Aha, there we go. There we go. Perfect. Oh, well, let me share it. Oh, yes, I think it has. Okay, so that's your task for today. What's the biggest limiting belief that you have in your business? Share it. Don't type it in the thing here because I won't be able to see them all because the hashtags don't show up when I type them in here. So put it as a post in the group. My biggest limiting belief about growing my business is hashtag fab Facebook groups. Remember, you need to have liked this video. You need to have commented on this video. If you haven't commented, quickly put in any random comments so that you'll be in to win the prize. The prize draw is going to be on Monday because I'm going to give people the weekend to make sure that you've caught up with all the action and that you've posted it. And it's probably going to take me a little bit of time because I think there's tons of you who are in this competition, which is awesome. You don't want the challenge to end. You're going to miss me. Gorgeous, Barbara. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'm still in this group. I've got a masterclass planned for next week. I've got a coaching session planned with you for next week. We'll be doing another fab thing. So this is not the end. This is just the beginning. I promise you. There's tons of stuff going on. Okay, thank you everyone for today. I would love to hear what's your main takeaway from today. If you think we've talked through a whole bunch of all kinds of things. So today's been less structured, but we've talked about a lot of key things to actually you growing your business. So I'd love to hear what key takeaways might be. I'd love to hear what you're going to do, what action you're going to take from today. If you need to catch up on any of the other days, either training or actions, now is the time to do it. Tomorrow is going to be huge, so make sure you show up live if you can. 11 o'clock, we are doing a whole host of bringing it all together and really pulling it down and focusing down on exactly what makes a difference to you growing a fabulous, aligned, profitable, impacting business. Thank you for being here. Mwah. Thank you for playing for light. You're all absolutely amazing. And I'll see you really soon. Bye.